Is humanitarian aid truly about helping those in need? Or is there a hidden agenda behind it? On November 22, 2024, Niger shook the geopolitical landscape by demanding an audit of EU aid funds, accusing the EU ambassador of circumventing government oversight. The repercussions have been significant, with Brussels recalling its ambassador. This isn't just about missing documents, it's a story of sovereignty, geopolitics, and a nation challenging the status quo. Welcome to Milwaukee Insights, where we break down the intricacies of global power dynamics. Don't forget to hit subscribe, smash that like button, and join us as we unravel this complex narrative. Over 300 lives lost and 1.1 million people displaced in Niger's devastating floods. Infrastructure was obliterated and entire communities were submerged. The EU allocated $1.36 million to international NGOs, bypassing Niger's input. Niger's government claims it didn't request this aid, preferring to handle the crisis independently. Historically dependent on foreign aid, Niger is now questioning external influences. This audit signals a broader shift in Africa's stance on foreign aid, emphasizing independence and self-reliance. EU Ambassador Salvador Pinto de Franca faces serious accusations of non-transparency in the allocation of aid funds. Allegations point to a troubling disconnect between donor intentions and recipient governance. In response, the EU swiftly recalled Pinto to Brussels and announced his replacement. Niger's bold stance signals a growing assertiveness in African politics, challenging external control over domestic affairs. But humanitarian aid isn't always as neutral as it seems. Historically, aid has often been wielded as a tool for geopolitical influence. Niger's decisive actions could set a powerful precedent for other nations reconsidering their dependence on Western aid. Institutions like USAID and NED have long faced accusations of pushing geopolitical agendas under the banner of development. During the Cold War, these aid programs were allegedly fronts for covert operations, including intelligence gathering and destabilization efforts. Former French intelligence officer Vincent Cruzet disclosed that the instability in the Sahel is a breeding ground for covert activities. Niger's defiance might signify a broader rejection of lingering post-colonial influences. Niger has taken a bold step by choosing to manage flood relief on its own, marking a significant move towards self-reliance. This decision is part of a larger trend in Africa, emphasizing economic sovereignty and reducing reliance on Western aid. Niger's audacious stance mirrors broader movements across the continent, including in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea, where Western intervention is increasingly being rejected. The emergence of alliances like the African Economic Sovereignty, AES, signals a collective shift towards a new era of independence and collaboration. Niger's bold audit sends shockwaves through EU-African relations, just as Europe seeks to deepen ties for critical resources and security. This move could spark a chain reaction, with other African nations demanding greater transparency and accountability from their donors. Africa's growing pivot toward China and Russia for investments highlights a growing dissatisfaction with Western aid models. The EU might need to rethink its strategy to stay relevant in the shifting landscape of African geopolitics. Niger's bold move sets a new standard for self-reliance in disaster management. This initiative boosts domestic confidence in the government's leadership capabilities. Across Africa, it signals a transformative shift in negotiations with traditional powers, sparks a crucial dialogue on the future of aid and national sovereignty. For the EU, it underscores the urgent need for transparency in aid distribution. This could lead to significant reforms in the design and execution of aid programs. Aid with accountability. Donor nations must synchronize their efforts with recipient governments to prevent misalignment and maximize impact. Empowered partnerships. Shifting from a top-down approach to a collaborative model ensures aid effectively reaches those in dire need. Africa's moment. This audit highlights Africa's growing clout in global affairs, with nations like Niger spearheading the call for fairness and mutual respect in international relations. Could this be the dawn of a transformative era for Africa? Niger's audit transcends mere administration. It's a bold assertion of sovereignty and self-determination. How might this reshape the landscape of foreign aid? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis insightful, hit the like button, share it with your network, and subscribe to Milwaukee Insights for more impactful geopolitics. Stay tuned for our next episode.